Welcome to Derival Forum. My name is Yves Derival. I'm your host for today. I would like to remind you the purpose of this channel is to highlight you what's happening across the globe, especially in the continent of Africa. For the past 24 hours, a lot of things happen, especially in the United States. Trump administration deployed military forces in the state capital. Well, that don't come. This is not surprising. This is not surprising. But what surprised me is history repeat itself. That's exactly what surprised me. History repeats itself. The United States deploy military force against its own citizens. Interested. This is a very interesting situation. There is another thing. Apart from the president deploy military force against peaceful protesters, but some Republican senators state that 82nd Airborne Division will deploy. Serious military force. They plan to use warhead against the citizens of America. One of the senators, Republican senators, said that we are going to show them the real force. Mr. Senator, who is the real force? You and Donald Trump, the Republican Party, or the American people? Who is the real force? Very interesting situation. Very interesting situation. But as I said, we live in a world full of hypocrites. We live in a world full of hypocrites. You can imagine that was China. You can imagine that was Iran. You can imagine that was Venezuela. You can imagine that was Syria. You say, oh, they don't respect human rights, but we are doing this same. There is no difference, between China or Venezuela and United States. There is no difference. It is all about power. It is all about power, nothing else. But the question I ask myself, where is Amnesty International? There is some serious violation committed to black people in the United States. There is serious violation committed to Spanish, Latinos in United States of America. Where is amnesty? When the poor immigrant, Mexican, Nicaraguan immigrant, in the cave in the border, where is Amnesty International? That's why I don't trust those organization. I do not trust none of those organizations because they are not fair. If something is wrong for the Chinese, it must be wrong for the American. It must be wrong for the English. You cannot blame China for the same thing you are doing right now. You cannot blame them. Talking about China, interesting thing between China and Hong Kong. We will talk about it later. We will talk about the situation in Hong Kong later. But the United States have a tradition to go around the globe to teach our people, how people supposed to live, to teach human rights. But at the same time, about between 10 black men die in United States every week. And do you know the majority of people in the prison of United States are black or Spanish? Do you know that? This is just kind of the hypocrisy that we have in this world right now. And nobody say anything about it. But if it was in China that happened, you would say, hey, human abuse. The world, it is not fair. And this is the problem we have right now. The world, it is not fair. If you are my friend, you can't do anything. If you are my friend, you can go to Turkey, kill a journalist. It is nothing. But if you are not my friend, you are terrorist, you are criminal. This is the world we are living. Antifa. The president called Antifa thug, terrorist group. But what it doesn't tell you, what about the white supremacists? In Alabama, in Georgia, in Mississippi? What about the neo-Nazis? Nazi in North Carolina, in Mississippi? What about the KKK, Ku Klux Klan? They are not terrorist organization. But Antifa is a terrorist group. Did they all wash it? What is going on in the United States? Did they all watch it? It is a very sad situation. It is a shameful situation. Very very shameful situation. What's going on right now in the United States of America? You cannot classify one group as a terrorist group, but the other group are not terrorists. But those guys are criminal. Those guys are a bunch of thug, mercenary. That's what those white supremacists are. They are terrorists. Let us call them who they are. Neo-Nazi group. The Republican Party and Donald Trump should be ashamed of themselves. They should be ashamed of themselves. They are faceless. They don't have no face. Mitch McConnell, you are implicit with Donald Trump. Who are the factor? You are implicit with Donald Trump. Sean Hannity, you are implicit with Donald Trump. That madman named Rush Limbaugh, that drug addict, you are implicit with Donald Trump. But I want to tell you something. As I said before, history repeat itself. You may call Donald Trump is a madman, but he's not a madman. He may be a fool, he may be an idiot, but he's not a madman. He knows what he's doing. You think Hitler was a madman in Germany? No, he was not a madman. But he has a way to manipulate the mind of the people in Germany. And that's exactly what Donald Trump today is doing in the United States of America. Misleading, misinformation, manipulate the mind of some people. Not all of them, some people. Today is my day. Today they might cheat. They are cheat. The black man look like animal. They might discriminate the Spanish. They might discriminate the Jew. But what is next? A dictator is a dictator, you know. Somebody who loves power can do anything. Anybody who loves power can do anything. And if you look, all those tyrants in the world, you see them have the same characteristic like Donald Trump. Hitler in Germany again was not a madman. He was an idiot. He maybe was an idiot, but he was not a madman. He knew exactly what he's doing. Mussolini in Italy was not a madman. He knew what he's doing. He knew what he's doing. Franco in Spain was not an idiot. Pinochet in Chile was not an idiot. Duvalier in Haiti was not an idiot. Those guys, they know how to manipulate people's mind. They know how to manipulate people's mind. And this is exactly what Donald Trump is. But it may be 5 years. It may be 10 years. It may be 15 years. But people in America will be sorry for the decision they made. They will be sorry. Sorry, not even the word. But the reputation, the dignity of American Ecuador is diminished day by day with Donald Trump. There is no respect across the globe for the United States anymore. People don't believe in the United States anymore. Very sad. Very sad situation. Very sad situation. Very sad situation. Let's move on. Hong Kong. As you know, Hong Kong is part of China. So, after British hand over Hong Kong in 1997 to China, there was an agreement between the British and the Chinese. They agreed that there will be two systems in one country. There will be two systems in one country. Send the one that don't make sense to me. It cannot be one country, two systems. It cannot be. It is not realistic. We in this channel, we try to be fair and balanced. But as I said before, the world is not balanced. It cannot be. Hong Kong, it is part of China. They have to follow the Chinese rule. That's simple. There is no difference. Cayman Island or US Virgin Island have to follow in British rule. There is no difference. Puerto Rico or Hawaii have to follow United States rule. There is no difference. There is no difference. Well, some Western countries try to make a big deal out of it. So there is no China try to take the democracy from Hong Kong. Democracy. We're talking about democracy. What is democracy? This is just a slogan. This is just a slogan. Imagine Cayman Island want to be independent. Imagine US Virgin Island to be independent. You think they will allow them to be independent? Imagine Hawaii want to be independent. You think United States will let them independent? What about Quebec want to be independent? What about Quebec want to be independent? You think Canada will let Quebec independent? This is the same thing. This is the same thing. The Hong Kong situation is the same thing. The Chinese Communist Party, let us be realistic. The Chinese Communist Party will not let that happen. They will not let that happen. That's simple as it is. They will not let that happen. Taiwan. I may not be here forever. I may not be here long. But Taiwan situation don't look good. The Taiwanese situation don't look good. Don't look good. But I may not be here. It may not be tonight. It may not be tomorrow. But I can tell you, China will inflict Taiwan. It is not a matter of or no, it is a matter of when. But China will invade Taiwan. Talking about Taiwan and Hong Kong, those two islands, those two provinces of China must know what they are doing. If you want to follow the West, follow the West. But there will be consequences. There will be consequences. We in this program, we in this channel, as I said before, we want to be fair and balanced. We must say it as it is. Must say as it is. Our next video, it is going to be about, our next video is going to be about China. That is our next video. It's going to be about China, because China become a powerhouse. So we cannot ignore the rise of China. So our next video, we're going to talk about China and the continent of Africa. Very interesting situation. The Chinese involvement in Africa. That is our next video. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and leave your comment. And you are very welcome to participate in this channel. If you can, by video call, whatever. If you have anything to discuss, you are feel free to contact us. Our email address, Yves, YVES, Derival, DERIVAL, 62 at gmail.com. Our email address, Yves Derival 62 at gmail.com. Thank you so much again for watching, and see you next time. Peace and love. Bye bye.